The year is 2023. After many years of being open, Chica's Party World is preparing for a major renovation. But with any high-end establishment, a form of protection is necessary. This is where you come in. Upon being found in storage, you've been reactivated with the task of keeping the place guarded. Monitor cameras, patrol the premises, and most importantly, complete the task you've been provided. But but why? Wait, why are you questioning it? It's your duty, so get to work now. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chica's Party World Rebaked. Chica's Party World Rebaked is the official reboot / reimagining of the original game from 2018 by Poisonous Pastels and Bon Bun Studios. The game sees you playing as a security robot designated with the task of watching over the building and running basic maintenance tasks until proper renovations begin. However, obviously, things aren't quite what they seem at first. This game has been developed by Poisonous Pastels, and there's no stake. The headline for this game is, will you break the system or will it break you? Hello, everybody. Jesus. Oh my God, I have a really rough sickness right now. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Crispy or Chris. And I'm here to talk about the game I just brought up, Chica's Party World Baked. It is fire. This game is fire. The only F word I'd use to describe this game is fire. The only S word I'd use to describe this game is superb. I'm telling you right now, this game's development team has shown nothing but passion and hard work for this project. Now, if you're wondering what type of game Chica's Party World is, it's a 5-night plus custom night kind of game, with some point and click features, and the typical search and survive like most FNAF fan games. This game really shines in its visuals, its coloring, which is visuals, so I don't know why I said it again, but it's visuals, and depending on who you are, it's gameplay, and I'll get into that later. But it really shines in in all of its passion, its glory, and I really think we need to be talking about it. But first, let me break down just the basic gist of the game, right? Because I wouldn't want to send you off on a game that I didn't describe to you. At least I should probably describe it first. So Chica's Party World Rebaked, right, has the gameplay loop of the Sin Survive sections, but first, before you complete those, you have to do a 11 p.m. section where you go around the building completing certain tasks like rebuilding yourself to get a light, or taping your arm up, or I don't know, like seeing around the environment. Now, you may be wondering, as I said, why would you tape yourself up? And I would say you haven't played Far Cry. But then I would also say that because this game takes a really cool step in the direction of not having you play as a human guard, but instead having you play as a robot guard, which I've seen it done before, but it's not done that many times. So I'm just gonna say this is the first time. Which the only reason I know this is because Pop Goes. I love Pop Goes so much. I cannot wait for Evergreen. But anyway, I love the idea of the security guard being a robot. It's just perfect. It's beautiful. It's really unique. It's different. I don't see that many games where you don't play as a human, or you play as someone of huge significance in the FNAF lore. And I feel like playing as a robot really brings a new medium to the table, because it affects basically down to the gameplay, the visuals, the gameplay, and everything like that. But what this game has you doing is every night you are tasked with, of course, watching the animatronics, trying to have them not demolish you. And I feel like that the UI is really centered around this idea of you being a robot, of you being this corporate slave. And I'll bring that up again later, because you are a corporate slave. I mean, you're a robot, and even if you weren't a robot, you were still probably getting paid like $2 an hour anyway. But the point is that you are a robot trying to watch over Chicas. With that being said, I'd like to say that the character designs in this game are amazing. I love every single character's design. I love how every character is utilized. I love I said Bon Bun. That's the studio. I love White Rabbit. I think either White Rabbit and Chica have to be some of my favorite designs, both in the high poly and low poly, because in the game you can actually see the high poly and low poly textures whenever you unlock them in extras. You can see 360 views, high poly and low poly textures. You can see all that. You can see their jump scares and everything. And one thing I don't think people really talk about that much in FNAF end games is the fact that I can see the jump scares without being jumped within 5 seconds of hearing the loud sound, dude. I hate how in FNAF fan games, how it is so painfully loud to just see the jump scare, or there isn't like a play feature so that I can at least be ready. Because I'll click on jump scares and then it'll immediately just pop and it's like, oh my god, bro, save it. Like, ugh. But anyway, the game does really good in those like small regards, like keybinds. The keybinds are really nice. Everything is so nice about this game. The voice acting for this game is handled by these people. Let's see, hold on. We have OC being the voice actor for Chica the Chicken, which I believe, in my opinion, as I said, was one of the best designed characters in the game. With my only gripe with Chica in the gameplay being that she shows up last and she doesn't really have that much of a role, despite the fact that she was, dear God, that she was, she's the main front runner of this game. I would prefer more if she was active from like night 3 or night 4, night 5, something like that. So a little earlier. I'd appreciate that a little bit more. But other than that, I really have no issues with her as a character. And also, it doesn't really make, no, I would say that. It doesn't really make sense for her to be the last active character if, I don't want to say that, never mind. I don't want to say what I was about to say because the ending kind of shows, but when you see the ending, you might see where I'm going to go with that, but I'm not going to say it because I honestly, I still have to make the custom night video, so I will probably bring it back up then. But anyway, the security bot is voiced by the United Nates, which, as I said, a phenomenal character. I love this character so much, and the voice actor really helped that. A really nice and happy character for a pretty grim scenario, and I love everything about it. Poisonous Pastels voiced Phone Caller. If this is the, I don't know what I don't think I remember who Phone Caller is. Unless, I know who Phone Caller. Never mind. I just realized it's the secret character, quote unquote. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I know who Phone Caller is. Yeah, I love this character too. I love I can't go too in depth on it, but I love how this character shows character, which is actually, and this is gonna sound hilarious. I love how this character shows character because they sense character in the animatronics. That doesn't sound good, but I have to try to beat around just so I don't spoil it. But I do love this character too. They have amazing writing. They've done really well with what they with how they act and what they do. And again, I just can't really say it because I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, Answering Machine. There's No Stake, who was the lead developer. There's No Stake, who was the lead developer for this game alongside Poisonous Pastels. Voiced the Answering Machine and the Silver Chicken. I personally think that the Silver Chicken should have been active last because she doesn't really play that big of a part of the story. She's also not that important. So, and the Answering Machine, of course, which is just an answering machine. But of course, phenomenal voice acting anyway. Rusty Red voices Russell, or Red Bear, in the game. And I gotta say, I love this character too. I love every character in this game. But I have a main heart out for security. But yeah, I love Russell too. Russell's a really well designed character, really fun. In fact, the reason I remember this game is because I saw Russell's design, and I was like, Jesus, he's big, and I was like, I have to play this game. I feel like that's a necessity. Christina Borer voiced White Rabbit, or Top Hat, White Rabbit, whatever. And that made me think of Pop Goes, and I also really love this character too. The thing about Top Hat is that he actually kind of stops the night's flow real quick just to make you deal with him, and I'm glad that happens, because had I had to turn around and deal with Top Hat while I had Red Bear coming at me and I had like Low Bite, I would have lost my mind. And Funfetti Sunday voiced Lullbite the Pirate, and I have to say, Lullbite has to be one of my favorite gameplay wise and personality wise, one of my favorite characters in this game. I said I loved every character in this game, then I said favorite is security, then I said favorites Lullbite, whatever. The point is that Lullbite is a really cool character in this game, in which it kind of reminds me, I don't know what gender Lullbite is. Lullbite reminds me of Roxy in this game. Like, heavily reminds me of Roxy in the sense that they're both very prominent on stage and they have to be the front and center and everybody has to love them, or else you're basically committing heresy. I love those two characters so much because it makes them so funny, and I find that trait on robots especially to be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, I love Lullbite. I do kind of wish that we would have got more from these characters in a certain ending. I don't know how to say it, but in the true ending, I can't fully talk about it, but I do kind of wish we would have gotten more personality wise, which in this type of game, it's harder to do. I kind of saw for it like the way Security Breach did it, but Security Breach is an quote unquote open world, free roam game that, honestly, realistically, they could have done it. They had more opportunities to do characterization in Security Breach than they did in this game. But I do appreciate how this game took a jab at it, and they actually did pretty well in my opinion. I like it. I would say that one thing is I would love to see more from every character, but again, it's kind of linear in order to figure that out. I think that if it was possible, like, I know I don't want to sound like a broken record, but Pop Goes did the thing where they had Onyx like tentatively for a while to show background to the story, and I feel like that could have helped with this game. I feel like this game could have done really well if they would have had collectibles or something like that to show why you should feel for these characters and show that they have personalities and stuff. And I feel like, well, that plays a big part in this game, a huge part in this game. That's why I'm talking about it now. Is that one thing I would say is that I kind of wish they had more to show that they were people, that they were living things. And there's one time in the night section where you are going around and trying to find like the source of a noise, and you will see one of the animatronics, and it's a funny moment, and it's just something nice and cool to show that they're kind of more humane. They're more humane. I just wish there was more on top of that to show that for all the characters than just the two characters, in my opinion. But nonetheless, this game does have two endings. It has the bad ending and a good ending. I got the bad ending first, and I ended up having to pain myself into getting the good ending second. Yeah, I think that's really all I have for this game. Final rating. All in all, this game is beautiful. This game is great, really nice. I said this multiple times already. I've used those words repetitively, I know, but I really do want to just stress how good this game is and how much passion they've shown, this development team has shown. It's a great project, and I hope anybody who can play it will at least give it a crack. You may not like it the most, but that's should be fine. I mean, at least you gave it a crack, at least you gave it the time. And yeah, please go show your support for Poisonous Pestles, There's No Stake, and basically everybody involved with this game. But yeah, my name is Crispy, and I give this game a 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, actually. I'm feeling good today. Well, no, I'm not. I'm sick, but the point is 9.5 out of 10. And if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Go show your support for the original team. And I'll see you guys next time.